Hey guys, Shelby with Bernstein Realty and Vinh with My Foreclosure Hero, and we are back today to continue our series. And today we want to talk about one of our recent deals that we just did and how fun it was. Actually, for me, it was a cool experience, and you were the reason for it, obviously. And I found it so interesting, and I'm just going to share my story on how it played out. Vinh called me. He was like, "Hey, what do you think that this property can go for?" So I ran the numbers, I ran the CMA on there, and I got back to him, and he said, "Okay, great. Let's list it tomorrow." I said, "All right." The listing agreement is in your mailbox, right? So the beautiful thing of all of that is how the transaction played out. So now, throughout the transaction, I did not know this, but you can do it in your IRA or your Roth IRA, right? And everything can be listed as your IRA number for the seller's name, right? And the title company will be able to collect all those documents. But it was such a smooth transaction. That was actually my first time. I've done 401ks and people taking money out of their 401k and doing it like that. I've seen that happen, right? But never have I seen it with an IRA. And it was so easy. The IRA company was able to sign off everything. They sent the money, they funded the money, no problem. They were engaging the entire time. And then, obviously the IRA signer, the person that was in the tax records, had to come in and physically sign off, to, of course, to have those documents notarized. And I just thought that was the coolest thing because it was so simple. I just did not know you could do an IRA. So let's talk about it. I know that's quite common in your portfolio. And let's hear the story behind you getting started with utilizing IRAs.
So 20% of my clients are Roth IRA clients, right? And so they either have a 401k at an employer and they're not working anymore, they're retired. And so they transferred into a Roth IRA, which is a custodian that holds your money. And so instead of them using their credit or their cash to buy these investment properties through you, they're using their Roth IRA tax-free. And what does that mean? That means that if they have $50,000 in the Roth IRA making a 0% for the last 5 years, they could essentially use that money. You locate a property, they put it under contract under their Roth IRA, and has like a little code in here that they put it under the Roth IRA. The Roth IRA becomes a separate entity as the ownership of it. And then from them, all they have to do is call their custodian to wire the money into the title company to close the transaction. Like, that's why it's so simple to buy under the Roth IRA. But it works fine. You've experienced it yourself, and it's something that, if you have any clients that have Roth IRAs that are making 0% for like the last 3, 4, 5, 7 years, have them buy one property per year for the next 5 years in the Roth IRA. All the money gets put back into the Roth IRA tax-free, and they can build their portfolio 2, 3, 4, 5 times faster.
Right, which is really cool to kind of talk about the transaction we had. We had it listed for $170K, and we received a multiple offer situation. It was a multiple offer situation, and seller bought it from the auction. And once he purchased it from the auction, I think he purchased it for what, like 10K maybe?
30, but
30K?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Different transaction. He purchased it for 30K. We were able to have our highest bid at 180, and then of course when inspections come in, more negotiations are fulfilled, and from that point on we were able to go ahead and reach a price at 172K.
Correct.
To make both parties happy.
You're really good at numbers. I didn't think you remember that. Okay.
And so at 172K, he probably just made north of 50K and a little south of 60K from his entire, transaction. And of course, you guys put in, about 15K and a little bit of, cosmetic paint, fixing things up.
AC unit, a little bit of roof, But I mean, he made almost $60,000. But the most important thing is that the money is not taxable. So all of his money went back to his retirement account to invest again next month with you, or next month or next quarter, whatever it is, right? So like all of the profit, he didn't have to pay taxes. It went straight back to the custodian, to the Roth IRA. And now, instead of him having only 50K, now he has 100,000 to invest to buy another property. So that's the most important thing with buying a property in your retirement account.
And I think it's so smart. I thought it was great.
That's
to be
why,
honest with you.
Yeah.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, I've never heard of such a thing to happen. And here we go. I mean, you learn something new every transaction. I think that's the beauty in real estate. You learn something new about yourself, life, and what you can do in business.
That's right. So
like those three things.
If you have anybody that has a 401k or a Roth IRA that's sitting there not making any money at all, invest with you, invest with us. We can help you find opportunities here in Houston to buy these type of properties. And then, like I said, even if you did one deal a year and you made 25 to 50,000 in 10 years, that's $500,000, right? I mean, that's just one deal. But if you get aggressive and you want to buy 2 or 3 deals, you're making like over $1 million tax free. I mean, that's the beauty of like using your retirement account.
Right, and I think it's great. And it's only one way to start, and you can build your portfolio. So contact Shelby and Vinh, and we will get you with the proper knowledge.